This is Joseph Magi, author of Playing Card Divination and Fortune Telling, the Magi Method. You can find the book worldwide on Amazon in both Kindle and paperback versions. You can find the full color card deck used here on Etsy/Magi Method. You can find us on Facebook. This morning we want to cover, there's a lot of talk about Donald Trump and Stormy Daniels. This seems like a good picture. Donald Trump seems pretty unhappy about it. Stormy Daniels seems completely unfazed by this in this picture. Donald Trump is the loser. She is the winner in this situation, no matter what happens. She seems to... I find this interesting because this highlights the double standards between men and women in our society. I mean, Stormy Daniels is well, let's see, she's a sex worker. She's a professional, she's a porn star, okay, and a sex worker. She's a prostitute, basically. And it's alleged that Donald Trump had sex several times with this person, Stormy Daniels, who is a prostitute, okay, and she wanted to, I'm selecting the man and woman card, and it's being called an affair. An affair suggests emotional involvement, okay? Are you emotionally involved with a sex worker or a prostitute? No. A prostitute has sex with people, men and women or whatever, for money. Okay, the sex worker wants something out of it. Okay, so here's Donald Trump, who allegedly, had sex with her a few times more than 10 years ago. It was 2006, apparently, July 2006. And no one is saying, well, gosh, he's a married man, and she's an unmarried woman and a prostitute. Doesn't she have some kind of responsibility that she shouldn't, chase this married man around? Anyway, so I'm going to throw a relationship spread. It seems like a big deal is being made out of this. Okay, just like Bill Clinton and Monica Lewinsky, and I felt the same way about that. Clinton was almost impeached for that foolishness. So Donald Trump is, if he's a married man, he should not be sleeping around. That's not a good thing. She also should not be chasing a married man for money and a spot on the Apprentice, which is apparently what was going to happen. So let's start out by throwing a relationship spread and see what's going on his side and on her side, and then we'll explore some of the issues, because there's some major issues for Trump coming up because of this. Because Trump's opponents, the Democrats, and the liberals, they essentially throw everything at the wall and just see what sticks and see how much trouble they could possibly cause him. And that's what they just keep doing. And that's pretty much what they do to every president. That's what they did to every president except for President Obama. And, I mean, they just didn't treat Obama as bad as any of the other presidents before him. I think it's shameful how they treat the presidents, but I also think it's weird that they didn't do the same to Obama that they did to everyone else. And I don't think anyone should be treated differently than anybody else, even if that treatment is bad treatment. But I don't think anybody should be treated like this. It's ridiculous. Let's get a good shot of it. Okay. All right, so this is what's going on with her side, this is Stormy Daniels, this is Donald Trump, and this is what is going to turn out. This is interesting. The outcome is not bad. So Donald Trump, he made a mistake. We got straight razor finger of God and diamond ring. He made a mistake by having sex with her, and she came from outside. Finger of God comes from outside. 9, 10, 3 diamonds. So 3 diamonds in a relationship spread is adultery because it's 3 people in a relationship. He made a decision. He seemed to initiate it, and it's very light. There's no emotions here at all. Okay, this is Donald Trump and Stormy Daniels are having an affair. An affair suggests emotions. There's no emotions here. None. And this adds to hearts or emotions. Okay, the only emotion is spade. Spade is negative emotions. Okay, so he regrets it. He regrets it, but otherwise there's just simply no emotions. It was just sex. Okay, I mean, you don't get emotionally involved with a sex worker. And she's not emotionally involved with him. Let's see. Okay, let's see on her side. She does have a heart on her side. She has mustard seeds, Star of Bethlehem, and hamster wheel. Hamster wheel is work. This is a work card. She wants to generate work out of this. Star of Bethlehem. This is a love card. This can be a love card. This is going in this loving direction. This is direction and feelings. She's using her body to promote her work. She's planting the seeds and using her sex to get somewhere. So that's what she's doing. She is using her. She's a sex worker. She's using her body to create work opportunities. Allegedly, she wanted to get on The Apprentice. At this time, 10 years ago, 2006, Donald Trump was just a businessman, and he was a reality TV star doing the Trump. So apparently, Stormy Daniels did a lie detector test, and allegedly she passed for these following statements. In July 2006, did you have vaginal intercourse with Donald Trump? Yes. In July 2006, did you have unprotected sex with Donald Trump? Yes. Boy, he's an idiot. Did Trump say to you, he would get you on The Apprentice? Yes. Okay, pretty tame stuff. Okay, pretty tame stuff. Vaginal intercourse and unprotected sex, that's just foolish. But basically, Trump did allow her to contact him. She only was given his bodyguard's number and his secretary's number at work. So he kept her away from him. He kept her once removed from him. So she could contact his secretary, who would give him the message, or she could contact, so like the office phone. He gave her the office phone, and he gave her his bodyguard's phone. But he didn't give her his phone. Okay, so there's really no emotions here. She's trying to make work happen, and he's just, he's just having sex with a sex worker. So that's not an affair. That's sex. Outcome, hand in hand and cornerstone. That's interesting. Hand in hand in a relationship spread is many partners. Many, 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 many partners. Okay, this is not a 3. 3 is like a couple of partners, one extra person. He got a 3. This adds the 3 diamonds, so he's being adulterous. But there's no hearts here. He's not emotionally involved with her at all. She's manipulating his emotions, which is the 7 hearts, for work purposes. Here, this adds 10, 3 diamonds again. Okay, so adultery keeps coming up with the 3 diamonds. So the outcome is many hands working in the cornerstone. These are like work cards. On her side, it's all work. The outcome is like work, work, work. And for him, there's no emotions, and he's just having a good time. Okay, so this is very unemotional. I think an affair is the wrong word. This is not an affair. This is sex. And there's a difference, okay? There's a real difference between just sex and an affair. Okay, I just find it interesting that she's not being held accountable for anything. Okay, so she wrote, he paid her $130,000, okay, which is a legal bribe, and she signed a non-disclosure agreement. So one of the main things is, will this non-disclosure agreement be found invalid and make legal action available? Okay, because without the quashing of the non-disclosure agreement, she doesn't have a court case. Okay, she got the $130,000 bribe, and that's it. She has no court case because all of this other evidence will be inadmissible in court because of the non-disclosure agreement. So the first question is, will the non-disclosure agreement hold up? Okay, or will it be quashed? Will it hold up? Okay. So, that's interesting. We got yes, Mercury, and Trinity. These are very positive cards. If it's going to break down the non-disclosure agreement, I'm thinking negative cards, spades. So communication, together, working together, key. Okay, and very important communication and working together. Cross is permanent. There's no breaking cards here. Okay, so I think let's see, 18, 21, it's karmic 6 hearts is karmic relationship, 21. I think this non-disclosure agreement is going to hold up. So I don't think she can sue him. Okay, and that's how the law works. The law works on specific things. Another major question is, so there's kind of, did it breach campaign finance law? Okay, so the non-disclosure agreement is going to hold up. Okay, so this is just a media, let's cause Trump as much problems as we can. You know, let's not look at what he's doing. He's president of the United States. He's leader of the free world thus far, until they succeed in destroying America, which is going to happen. But right now, the presidency is still a very powerful, very important position. We're still on top, number one. I think that's going to change soon because of all the idiots running things. Let's just ask, how damaging will this be to the Trump presidency? How damaging will this be to the Trump presidency? Okay? Because they just sling mud at the presidents. And it's awful. And I think it's inappropriate. And I don't think people should be judged by their... I mean, there has to be a certain amount of morality, but that's not the only thing going on. We need to have the country be run, and we need to get things done, and all this constant, relentless bickering and accusing doesn't help us to get things done. It's extremely counterproductive. So, how damaging will this be to Trump? Okay, because he's going to be able to quash the non-disclosure is not going to... Ooh, okay. How damaging will this be to Trump? We've got veil, we've got woman, we've got hand in hand, and we've got executioner. Executioner in the... this is the shadow, which is comes off the bottom of the deck. The shadow card. So this is the underlying situation. This is the court. This is the court and the law. So veil, woman, hand in hand. This affair, with this sexual escapades with this woman will be revealed to many and passed through many hands, and the court and the law will get involved. Okay, so they're going to see if this had anything to do with campaign finances. Okay, so they're gonna see if this had anything to do with campaign finances. Let's just ask that. Did this breach campaign finance law? Because they're going to have a lot of trouble proving that if they can't get the non-disclosure agreement. Well, that's not true. They're gonna follow the money. You just follow the money. I'm a CPA, so you just follow the money, and that's not so much with regard to what people say. It's what happened, where did the money go, and who got it. That's how you follow the money. Okay, and I did a lot of that. I was an auditor for many years. Did it breach campaign finance? Money? Olive tree? Magi? Nope. It didn't. Okay, so this is, did it breach campaign finance? So this is cornucopia, olive tree, Magi, and Mother Earth. Okay, Mother Earth is a solid situation. Olive tree is deeply rooted. Magi, Trump often comes up as the Magi. Very wealthy, very powerful. And cornucopia is the card of money. I almost named this money. 1427, 7 clubs. So, no, it didn't breach campaign finance. It didn't. Okay, so he's gonna be cleared from any serious wrongdoing with regard to the money, and that's the serious issue. Okay, he didn't break any laws. Okay, so Trump and Stormy Daniels' affair. More than 10 years ago, apparently, Donald Trump, while he was married, he had a 8-month affair, quote unquote, with this woman, Stormy Daniels, a professional sex worker. And I'm sorry to say that, but I think it does matter. Okay, 40 years ago, it would matter. And I think that it just would matter. And I just think this is the double standard that's getting worse and worse and worse. Because if it was reversed and Trump was a professional sex worker, he would be treated differently. Okay, this is being treated like, it's just, the double standards are getting worse and worse. Okay, and that's a problem. And okay, so what did we see in the relationship spread? In the relationship spread, there was just no feelings with Trump, and he never gave her direct access to him, and it was very brief, and he kept it once removed. Okay, he did have sex with her. He had sex with her a couple times. She passed the polygraph. For her, it was just business. She was using her body to advance her career. The 10 clubs advance her career. Here, I asked, would the non-disclosure agreement hold up? Okay, meaning she can't really sue him. Yeah, it's going to hold up. She can't really sue him. This is going to hold up. There's no breaking cards here. Here, I asked, how much trouble will it cause Trump? Well, they're going to take legal action and they're going to examine it. They're going to, the Congress and whatnot are going to open a case, and a whole lot of people are going to look into it. Okay, look into these hidden dealings. Okay, did this breach the campaign finance law? Did Trump pay her out of campaign funds, donated by individuals, etc.? This looks like no. Everything looks very solid here and above board. So this is going to cause Donald Trump some problems. Strangely, this is going to cause Stormy Daniels no problems. Okay, she's completely exonerated and held completely blameless, even though, it's whatever. Trump is going to be sad, and this is going to go on for a little while, but he's going to be found innocent of wrongdoing, and they're going to find more things to accuse him of. And I think nothing really, yes, he did have sex with her, and he shouldn't be doing that. And that's between him and his wife. Okay, but he didn't. It doesn't appear to me that he broke any laws, but they're going to make the most out of this and really try to, you know, derail everything, which is what they do. Okay, so that's how I see it. I'm Joseph Magi, author of Playing Card Divination and Fortune Telling, the Magi Method. You can find the book worldwide on Amazon, both Kindle and paperback versions. You can find the full color card deck used here on Etsy/Magi Method. You can join us on Facebook.